What's up, folks? Nice timing, sir. Getting your fat ass in the chair right before we get on. Good job. Good job.
Hey, this ass can move faster than your fat ass, so it's all good.
Yeah. Anyways, what's up, party people? This is Rogue's Law of Nerd Herd, or Team Nerd Herd, and this is our Obi-Wan episode 5 wrap up. I have not seen 6, so don't fucking spoil it in the chat, please.
I'll spoil it right now.
And copy. There is no Discovery recap anywhere because no one gives a shit about Star Trek.
Right?
They don't care about Star Wars.
Gross.
Just saying.
Long universe, man.
Next
Rob,
generation,
get out of here.
No one cares.
I like Discovery.
Actually, I do like Discovery. Discovery's great.
I have not seen a Star Trek episode in like decades.
If you
I like Strange World.
I know this is Star Wars and stuff, but if you really want to see something and it's really good and kind of
right now,
watch Star Trek Discovery. It is well worth it. Seriously.
Don't kick him, JR. Don't kick him.
All right.
You know that Italian gesture, don't you?
It's all right.
Oh shit.
You know, each his own. What do we say in the show? Collect what you like, watch what you like on this one.
He goes
watch what you like, long as it's not fucking Star Trek. That'll be the new slogan.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll pass over to Jeff. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, this is Jeff at Geek Driven. I am great. I just came over from the Ms. Marvel episode 3 review. Oh my gosh, I love Ms. Marvel. Obi-Wan is finally kicking some ass now. Episode 5 is great, or was great. Episode 6 was even better, but we won't talk about episode 6. We will talk about episode 5. And honestly, there's a really good story. I think I wish people would the fandom would just shut the fuck up, but because sometimes they just complain about all kinds of weird stuff, and I just really don't care for it because just enjoy it.
So one of the weirdest things I saw today was somebody was saying, "Thank you to Dave Filoni and Rian Johnson for their love child Obi-Wan Kenobi," and I was like, get the fuck out of here. Rian Johnson had nothing to do with this.
Right?
Yeah, man. You know,
but.
But we'll talk about the other stuff later. But Anthony.
Yes, no, I'm doing great. You know, it's Wednesdays are always good. You know, especially now because we got new comic book day, we got Star Wars. Okay, all is right with the world in this regard. You know, so it's to me this is fantastic. You know, I always look forward to Wednesdays. This just makes it even better. You know, being on the show and talking about this.
Can I ask you one question, Anthony?
Yeah, sure.
What is your whatnot name? Since it wasn't on your flyer last week.
Oh, Comics Are Great. No, it's not.
Comics okay, it's Comics Are Great. Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay. And then we have the lovely She Geek Sarah.
Yay!
Nice to finally see you.
Yeah,
I
nice to meet
know, right? Finally get to meet all
Yeah.
you guys instead of like chatting with the Russian bots that I.
Oh, please.
Oh, we'll get some of those
I'm
soon.
hoping.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I finally got that in my Ms. Marvel review show. Woohoo!
Nice.
we're somebodies.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about this episode. I love Star Wars, so I'm ready to talk some Star Wars.
But you gotta
Sarah's,
you gotta see Sarah and the rest of the girls are nearing Nirvana. They're fantastic. You know.
It's her TNH debut.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Star Wars Obi-Wan. But JR,
Yes, sir.
lead us.
How you doing today?
Well, first we got to get the crowd into this. So you got to do your job, Jeff.
All right.
Oh no, I guess I'm sorry. Wait a sec. Let's go with the 4 horsemen. I'll get the easy ones out there for you. We got Rudy, our number 1, our first wrench. We got Something Wong. You saw him last Thursday on the mail call show. Man, he almost cried. I felt bad for him.
Yes.
Hey, that's what Something Wrong gets for encouraging everyone to tell me to open shit on my goddamn collections.
And you opened something
stuff.
too.
And I told Inja she gets one because it's her. she doesn't do a lot of appearances, so it was my promise to her. But that's what you get, Something Wrong. That's what you get. Now you feel my pain.
Then we also had Deanime made a slight cameo last Thursday. He's our 3rd wrench.
He fucking showed off shit like that was awesome shit, dude.
Yeah.
I've never
It's
seen
crazy
half
shit.
of that stuff. I've only heard of half of it. Just like, man, that guy always finds good stuff.
And then our wrench from across the bay, or across the ocean, I should say, Glenn 2K.
Start first.
Yeah, just don't stand downwind of him. That's all I have to say. And as usual, our music is by Beats by Munster. Can't wait to see Eddie in a couple weeks, sir.
Oh, he's
But,
going to SDCC?
Oh yeah, he'll be there at SCC.
Woohoo!
At
We'll see Eddie.
SCCC. So Jeff, go ahead and run down the.
Oh my
herd.
God, there's a lot of you. And look at who's first again. We got GT Key Comic. Thank you for being first. If you're showing up, Glenn, of course you're over here. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Looks like Alonzo is eating dinner right now and watching us.
Yozo.
Choke on your food.
Cyclops.
We got Wookiee Fanatic 19. What is going on? Thank you for joining us. And look, it's Copy. He's gonna go 0 for whatever. And yes, I told you, Copy. I like Star Trek, but you want to talk about it? Talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. Who else do we got in here? Oh my gosh, you guys are talking a lot. We got CRG doing double duty.
Nice.
And then we've got Kenneth Bird in here. Thank you, Kenneth. Really appreciate you.
Man.
And I think we're all caught up.
Did you get Sam the Man?
Where's Sam? Yeah, I got Wookiee earlier. Yes.
Okay. Well, you can always get a second one. So, anyways, going back to episode. Let's first go back to 4. Where we leave off in 4. 4 was at the end of it. We see the beeping in the backpack, or a flashing light in the backpack,
Right.
which we all assume is her little droid.
Mhm.
We see Lola. We see them getting away. And then episode 6 starts out where,
Episode
Anthony?
5.
Episode 5, sorry.
Yeah, be careful because you might get spoilers for yourself.
I know,
Yeah,
I know.
episode 6. I was about to tell you what's going on in episode 6. See, you fucked up.
All right. Episode 5 starts with a flashback between Obi-Wan and Anakin. That they're on Coruscant. Okay.
The worst scene.
Yeah.
How do you de-age Robert Downey Jr. so well, and you de-age everyone else?
Yes.
You can't de-age Hayden Christensen.
They took the wrinkles out. That's all they did. Was
Well,
take
he's
the
had
wrinkles out.
a fucked up life then. He went from a pretty boy to
They didn't
Mm.
de-age Obi-Wan. They didn't de-age Ewan McGregor. They didn't de-age Hayden because look, that's a lot of fucking money you gotta spend de-age people. Why waste it when they look pretty cool, good, still believable?
Really?
Yes,
I mean,
Really?
yes,
you,
I
you
do.
and
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
McGregor, to
see
me,
a few
you and
more
McGregor is
wrinkles.
believable. Hayden Christensen, not so much.
Hey, look.
Hayden's been
He's
rode
an
hard and
old
put away
looking-
wet a couple times.
That's one. He's the oldest looking teenager I've ever seen.
He's
Isn't
not a
he supposed to be
teenager.
He's supposed to be 19, right?
Yeah,
It's still a
and 19
teen,
and
though.
angsty,
You know?
Look, it's
and he
between
looked more like
Attack of the
40 and ready for
Clones.
dinner.
It's between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Okay, and at that point, he's probably in his 20s.
No,
No, again, he's a really old Padawan.
He had to go back a couple of years, you know.
he
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 was
had to
supposed to be like
kinda
15 then.
Sir, he started late already. He started at 10.
Because this is
That's
before,
true.
because this is just probably around when Attack of the Clones begins. Because around the time where he meets Ahsoka, his hair is a little longer, and he still has the braid down. He's not a Jedi Knight
but
yet.
Attack of the Clones, he also didn't have the braids.
Well,
right?
at the very
In Attack of the
beginning, he
Clones,
did.
So beginning Attack of the Clones, he didn't have the braids,
Right.
but when he meets Ahsoka, he does. But we don't know how much time is between the beginning of
But his
Clone
hair is
Wars.
longer, though. He has the
Right,
braid
but
longer.
but
this
we
was
don't
before.
know the time frame between Clone Wars and the beginning of Clone Wars and when he meets Ahsoka. So it could be right at the beginning of that point.
Let's just be honest.
And
He's one of those
10
faces that
years.
looks better in a mask.
Yes. A
Put
dark
the Vader mask on him, he's good.
This is why I talk about
Wow.
why people complaining about the littlest stuff. Because, like, do you really need to see him de-age, or do you just enjoy the fact that you get a lightsaber fight between
Yes.
Obi-Wan and
Yes.
Anakin? And not
Yes.
just that, you're on Coruscant. Not just that, you're in the Jedi Temple and the same freaking almost balcony as those freaking younglings get freaking murdered.
Yeah.
I get that, but the fight is basically the same fight he had before in episode 3, where he just hack.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's not
there's
much of a
lesson.
fight. It's not a fancy fight.
But,
Yeah, but
the-
that's
the-
his
the-
fighting
I-
style.
but
Yeah,
the lightsaber
Yeah.
fight is not the big deal. It's the lesson that he's being
Yes.
taught.
Yeah.
which he doesn't learn.
No.
But even then, I tend to disagree. I think the lightsaber fight is actually pretty good, and it's you could see how, you know, episode 4, that one was one of the lamest, you know, sword battles, you know, lightsaber fights that you ever seen. Then you have wait a minute. Then you have episode 1, okay, you know, between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. Then you got episode 3, which is even better. Okay. And this one to me is one of the best ones that they've done. You know, where you could see them changing hands, going back and forth. Okay. You know, it's a true, you know, lightsaber battle. It's not one of these like, because this is all they did in episode 4. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but also, I mean, if you really want to get back to that, then I mean, that's the technology of then too. Is that they didn't have a lot to do. I mean, you got to figure they were using like rods and they lit them up in post effects. And I want to say they even had like a cable coming off the bottom of them and stuff. And so they couldn't do like this fancy stuff going like this because they would choke themselves with the damn cable.
Well, you also have to remember, no one thought Star Wars was ever going to be anything.
Yeah.
No one cared about the
That's true.
stunts.
Mhm.
No one cared
Mhm.
about
Yeah.
like anything at all. Honestly, the only person who really cared was the man
George.
himself.
Yeah.
So like, no one
Spielberg
believed
had
in
more
it. Not
faith
even
in
the actors believed in it. So like, they didn't understand how big it was ever going to be. So
Yeah.
you got to understand the stunts was way more primitive back then, and not just that. You also have to understand the difference between the lightsaber fights in each episode is we're following a path. It's almost like a training montage, but we're going episode
Right.
to episode where he's getting back in touch with the Force. Obviously, that whole beginning of this episode, they're at the height of their lightsaber skills, anyways.
Yeah.
So that's why that lightsaber skill is way better than that episode 4 lightsaber fight, because Obi-Wan's still kind of reluctant in using the Force, almost still not connected.
Yeah.
You know, and it's also he's fearful. I mean, when you're fearful, it cuts you off from the Force as well, unless you're able to use the dark side, right?
I don't know if he's necessarily fearful in episode 4.
Well, you can. He's running for his freaking life at some point, right?
Yeah, but I think at the same time, when Alec Guinness was playing him in episode 4, it was more, I need to do that. I need to make this sacrifice.
Oh, I was talking about
protect that
Obi-Wan
boy.
episode
no,
4. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Not that episode. Not
Okay.
the episode 4. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
I'll say OG Star Wars when I refer to them. Yeah. We're gonna get really confused.
Well, because you're talking about episode 3 with
Return
all the fights.
Return.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Yeah.
Wait a sec here.
Yeah, you just got to remember they're younger in those episodes. They're supposed to be very, the lore of Kenobi, the lore of Anakin, the lore of Yoda. Their lightsaber skills are at their peak during these times, right?
Yeah.
So, you got to understand that. So people, you can't just go literal, from episode to episode going, oh, that's how this is. Why is there better here and why is it worse here? And it's just you got to remember what time we're in as well. So
no, I know. I felt that if the sword fight wasn't going to be this over the top amazing thing, then you could have done some de-aging a little bit, give him a little makeup, clean him up a little bit. I mean,
and then
you don't. I'm not asking for both.
No,
give me a really kick-ass fight scene, or give me some de-aging.
If in 3 weeks we see these guys de-aged even better by this guy on YouTube, then Star Wars is gonna have. I mean, Disney's gonna have another big problem on their hands.
They actually have that guy.
Yeah.
They're on
hired
payroll.
him.
He's actually on.
Yeah, they don't get that fucking happen twice.
That guy is actually the guy.
Yeah,
the guy who did Luke. Yeah, that's him.
No, I know that, but that's what I'm saying. If there's someone else who does an even better job. I mean, which you never know.
You gotta understand, if you're Disney and you have only so much of a budget to use on 6. Obviously, you're doing 6 episodes because you have a budget. They would have done more episodes. And on top of that, you want to save it for the best stuff. I don't necessarily care to see them de-age if I'm going to sacrifice me seeing Reva versus Darth Vader. If you sacrifice that fight for de-aging them, I'm going to be pissed off. If that fight looks like crap.
No, I agree with you.
And I agree. I agree with you. I'm just saying. I mean, if you're not going to de-age them, then you could do the fight scene a little better. I'm just saying. Yeah. You could have got away with doing a better fight scene.
Wasn't the fight scene just really just them training? So they're not really going to go hard on each other. So
yeah, exactly.
It's all about, like Jeff said, it's all about the lesson, See? Okay, but I love the fact that we're talking about de-aging and hair. That's awesome.
No, I get it. Look.
Okay, let's go. That's what happens next. Let's just get past it.
Okay, and now we have
Jeff wishes he can de-age and get some hair.
No, I don't. I don't need to.
I do. I'll admit that in a heartbeat.
I'm in my mid-40s, my friend. I definitely don't look like I'm in my mid-40s.
I'm 51.
No.
You look like you're in the 30s, sir.
No.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you look like you're 30 for sure.
Thank you. Well,
all right, show's over, right?
Yeah, I think I'm the youngest on the show, by the way. And I probably look the oldest out of all 3 of us.
Well, that's with this thing, flowing.
That's right, Chewy. That's right.
Well, that's just to cover my double chins. That's what that's for.
All right.
So the next scene after this is essentially the follow-up from what happened with the Grand Inquisitor. Okay, because now you have Third Sister on board. Okay, on board Darth Vader's flagship, and he rewards her.
Right.
Instead of having to choke her half to death, he decides to reward her by making her the new Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah.
They're all fired.
Fuck y'all.
Oh
love this show.
It's easy to spend other people's money, JR.
Yeah.
They should have de-aged
Hey,
him.
Kathleen
No,
Kennedy
I
can
said-
cut more checks.
I
That's what they say she's good
so,
for.
In all
Yeah.
fairness, I said the
That's
same
like a
thing.
$5-10 million shit to ask for. They should have de-aged him.
Hey, if they're not gonna give us some movies, they got money to spend.
Mhm. Exactly.
We're not
This
gonna
was
get a
originally
movie
supposed
later.
to be a movie, so obviously they have the budget for it.
No, the shows they get.
I
They
mean-
get partial.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, before we continue, each of these episodes is pretty much near movie quality. You know,
Yes.
I mean,
Mhm.
if they did a little editing, put the episodes together, you got a movie.
Well, they were
You
supposed to
Right.
I
no,
know some
but certain
theaters were-
yeah, that they have it and
had all
but they're
6
putting it
Well, that's
episodes.
because
Oh, wow.
they don't have Disney Plus. That's why it's not available in their
but
country
they're putting it in
region.
the- right.
Oh.
But the fact that they're showing it in the theaters, though, I mean,
Mhm.
that's again, that tells you.
Yeah.
Same thing with Ms. Marvel. They're doing the same thing.
No one will go
They're
see that.
doing-
No
They're
one
Oh,
doing
will.
that's
2
cool.
episodes. Yeah, I think they're doing. Star Trek's
It
awesome,
did
asshole.
it did get the lowest ratings of any Marvel TV show.
We're
Disney
watching
Plus.
Obi-Wan at the same time. What the hell did you expect? Star
Hey,
Wars
it's
is
com-
eating. That's just the way
No,
it works.
You can watch. You can.
They're
watch
giving like a
one
7-day
after the
window
other.
on that.
I
You
You can watch it the
guarantee you-
next day.
I guarantee you, next week's numbers from Ms. Marvel and going on further, they're going to be great fucking numbers. I guarantee.
I can tell you one number
I
they're not
hope
getting.
so.
Mine.
Ooh.
They don't need you.
Anyway, let's
Sassy
continue.
ass.
Okay, so after she becomes Grand Inquisitor, okay, they're obviously on the hunt for Obi-Wan, and he's at the planet Jakeem, right?
Jabim.
Yeah.
Jabim, thank you. And he meets up, and Obi-Wan meets up with an old friend, okay, that we saw in the first episode or the second episode.
The fake Jedi.
The fake Jedi, yes.
Oh.
No.
I can never say the guy's name correctly.
Haj?
Mel
Is it?
Nanjiani.
Thank
his
you.
name Haji or Haj?
Hajj.
I just think
Hajj
every
or
time
Hajj?
I
I'm
see
not even gonna go there with this
Yeah.
fucking name because I was like, why? But okay.
I just think of Kamal and what do you call it? The
Bingo.
Smoky
Oh.
movie,
Oh.
the White Castle.
That's
That's
a
not him.
different guy.
Oh, yes.
That's a
Oh
different
my
guy.
god, you
Kumar
fucking
and,
racist.
Harold and Kumar's.
I haven't seen the movie in a long time. When I saw it, I might have been under influence.
Silicon Valley. Silicon
That's
Valley.
Okay. But essentially, it's Harold and Kumar, right?
It's not. He's no. Silicon Valley is far from.
Oh my god, 2 racist
Okay.
bastards on my panel. What the fuck?
I haven't seen either of those movies because I'm not
Well,
interested.
Silicon
in
Valley is not a movie. It's a
He's
TV
in
show.
Eternals. He's in
No, yes, he is in Internals.
Yeah.
What is it? The last no.
He's
something
actually a
sick.
good comedian too.
Yeah, he's excellent. Yeah, it's really funny. But why is he in this show?
He's a fake Jedi. He's a
He's a
con
fake
man.
He loves Star Wars. So
Yeah.
Well, so
And he
do
gave him a
I.
small part.
Put me in this show.
well, he
But he
is
just-
famous and he does work for Marvel already. He does work for Disney.
Yeah.
He
is
just
under
pulls you out of the
contract.
scene though.
They threw him a bone.
Every time
I'm
I see him,
sure
he
he's
just
a-
pulls me out of the scene because
Mhm.
I just think of like when he was on comedy shows and stuff.
But I
Even though
mean, he is a
he's not-
grifter. He's a con man. So I
He's a-
mean, he
yeah,
kinda
he's not a
has-
babysitter.
acts like that.
No. Okay, Cyclops. I'm not saying he doesn't need diversification. I like the guy. The guy's a great actor.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
because of who he is. It's not based
What
on
he
his
I
his
agree.
gender or anything else. It's the fact that I know him from comedy so well
Why
that
is he on a
it
sci-fi
pulls
show?
me out of every time I see him. I'm like, it'd be like having George Carlin show up in Star Wars. You're going like, that's
As
fucking
Death?
George Carlin. Well, that's Bill and Ted's, and that's different.
Right. No,
But whenever
Yeah,
you see
right.
it,
That's right.
but whenever you see him, it's always
right.
you call him George Carlin. You don't call him Death.
yeah.
Oh god.
You know,
But again,
what
why
was
is he? Why is he? Why is he in
would
this
be
show?
more. What was the spoof the Star Wars spoof movie back in the 80s?
Thumb Wars?
Spaceballs?
Spaceballs. See,
but
that's where I would think to see him.
it's just like Flea being in Star Wars is just like
No, I know.
what's his name in The Mandalorian? Bill Burr.
But Bill Burr actually
he's a good
But Bill Burr blended
he fits
in
better, but he also made an effort. Flea didn't make an effort. You definitely took him out of it.
Flea definitely took you out of it too.
So, I mean, I don't see any difference from Nanjiani. I don't see. I mean, it is what it is. It's an uncanny valley, yes, because of you know previously of him, but
yeah,
I get it.
I'm not hating
I'm not
on
gonna
him.
argue. I'm not gonna argue.
And then you have the actress that plays Tala.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know, and she's coming off the ship and everything, and of course,
all
Lola,
the refugees are there.
Floragin, and they start putting Lola to work. Riva starts putting Lola to work because
Vader orders so.
Nope.
Well, they show up because the tracking device is on Lola.
He says lock them down.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So Lola sneaks off and cuts some circuits.
Yep, and closes the roof, the exit
doors. Yep.
Glenn, you thought that she was Tala in real life? You're kidding, right?
What? What? Say it
again. Glenn with his comment. I thought she was Tala in real life.
That's funny.
So Jeff, what did you think about the scene with once they lock down the base and stuff starts to happen? What do you think?
I mean, obviously, I mean, literally at the very beginning of before that, it's Vader making Third Sister Grand Inquisitor, and then basically saying, lock them down. So this is all coming. And then it's juxtaposed against the flashback. Right. So and he's being taught a lesson. So if you're any kind of like movie watcher, show watcher, you kind of know these things are coming. So I'm not surprised. It needs that issue that they have to have to overcome. Not just Vader or the Third Sister. So I mean, obviously CGI. I saw it coming. I also realized that probably some people are going to die. Probably they'll get away. I mean, it's obvious because we all watch Star Wars. It's not not a surprise for me.
Did anyone else find it funny though that Stormtroopers actually hit people this time?
But did they?
They did. There's a couple ones that they shot and actually see him get nailed.
I don't know. Those cutscenes could have just been Obi deflecting lasers and they accidentally hit people. Because seriously, I think they still need to prove it to me.
I think the accuracy is like 10%. They weren't
even wearing red shirts.
We miss, I mean, it's ridiculous. But the fact that, hey, Angel, what confused me a little bit was that when you started the episode with the flashback. Now the question was, whose flashback was it? Was it Vader, or was it Obi-Wan?
Yeah, they kept changing between kind of making you think maybe both of them are flashing back to it, but I don't think so because obviously, I mean, spoiler alert, Ben gets away. So I definitely don't think it's from Vader's perspective. I definitely believe it's from Obi's perspective because it's an Obi show. So I'm just going to assume that that's from his perspective.
All right. JR, what do you think?
I wasn't sure whose was. I thought maybe it was from the Force perspective, just in general.
Okay. Sarah?
I think it's both. I think, it's Vader's side, he's winning in the fight, but you also see like Obi-Wan and his lesson. So But the troopers, like I said in the chats in previous shows, I love this show. They are like killing stormtroopers like in all creative ways. I love it. I like it when they're floating in the water, and then in this episode, they're just getting pinged off like left and right. It's awesome.
Well, the troopers shoot themselves too.
Right. They all look like a bunch of like bowling pins. Like they just, every time you saw something like flash red, like one went down. It was awesome.
Only a stormtrooper, when they say, "All right, everyone, open fire," you see the stormtrooper all the way in the back shoots and hits some of their guys in the front.
Yeah.
I mean, they are lined up like Roman like armies, and I'm like, that doesn't work when you're firing something.
Yeah, right?
Like that doesn't work.
Especially when they're all supposed to be the same height.
And they're all the same color.
Right.
They're all white. Okay,
It's just really funny. Yeah.
What I thought was kind of sad, and they kind of glossed over this when Obi-Wan he goes into the like a back area, and he finds all of the lightsabers there. Yeah, like there's like at least a dozen lightsabers, and in different Jedi clothes,
robes. Yeah,
and I'm wondering if because they also show the wall again,
right?
Or they show that wall with a bunch of
wall.
They show a new wall.
Well, yeah.
And one of the things on there is clearly the Cal the symbol, which is Cal whatever his name. If you get his lightsaber at Disneyland, that's the emblem they put on the box.
Oh,
that's
so cool. There's a lot of Easter egg on that wall. There's those actual lightsabers. They are particularly made to look a certain way. They are actually belonging to
certain
legend Jedis as well.
Right.
Obviously, you can't tell about the robe.
So. Right, but I mean and that's why there's also a rumor that there is going to be a Cal show coming.
There is a rumor, but we'll
see. We'll see after D23 probably.
Right.
Yeah. D23 is going to get new announcements for Marvel movies and shows and Star Wars. So be on the lookout. Right. Not at STCC.
But, yeah. So, Sarah, what do you think about the whole scene, especially like the part when Leia is going, "Hey, I can fix this," and the
I'm sorry,
and Ice Cube's son's like, "No, I don't think you can."
Yeah.
All right, this ain't Candyland.
So I love Baby Leia. I didn't know that Baby Leia like knows how to like hotwire stuff. Like
she's an electrician,
right?
but remember, she has fixed Lola, and on top of that, like she is like any other little kid who gets into trouble and she's smarter. So I don't know. But I guess it was a little believable. I don't know. That was a little far fetched for me too.
It is a little far fetched, but also think about this though. She has lots of opportunities that kids of her age don't normally have.
True.
She's probably been put into a lot of classes or been able to watch different people that normally a kid of her age would not have been able to have the experience of.
I mean, she knows.
So it's not
starships.
It's not like not implausible. You know what I mean? It's not impossible for her to have that.
It's
a little far
she's
fetched.
An independent woman without telling me she's an independent woman.
I loved it. I still loved it.
That's broken.
I mean, it's not white privilege.
All y'all suck. I'm short enough. I can fix it. I mean, like, I'm 10 years old. Damn it. That's right. I can fix that.
Right.
Just give me a ladder.
Whatever that is, whatever that is, I will go fix it.
And look, if you don't want to believe she's smart enough, then just believe that she has an innate connection to the Force, and she was gonna find the damn right wire anyways.
Which was red, right? It was a red wire.
Yeah,
exactly.
Red wires.
Unless she's colorblind, she's gonna be okay.
Right?
There's only one red wire in that whole batch. Only one.
But I still loved it. I love Baby
she's
Leia.
cute. Let me tell you something. She makes the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
and
way
if they don't have a spinoff
with
just her, they're gonna miss out on some stuff.
Baby Leia Adventures. I want to see that
My
next.
God.
I wonder if they'll
Getting
do
in
that.
trouble.
I
You know,
don't know if people are gonna want that though, because they're like they want to get away from Skywalkers.
They could theoretically also have a Baby Yoda and Baby Leia show together.
Stop
Yes,
No.
yes,
Because he's 50 years old.
yes.
He's 50 years old, folks.
I mean,
So they could do it.
But remember, she has no connection to the Jedi Temple, really. You know,
Yeah.
and Grogu is out there somewhere around this time. So
We don't know where he is at that time.
right,
Mhm.
but he has no memory of himself.
Yeah.
Or Baby Leia. Ah,
No, that's what I'm saying. You know, that she's got no connection.
I'm
just
trying
that
to
he
make
gets
a
into trouble.
connection.
Hey, I'm just saying they can figure a story
Stop
out.
trying to make
Yeah,
fetch happen.
Timeline.
I could see one episode. I can't see a series.
Cartoon.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Cartoon.
No, I know, yeah. No,
I'll
it
take
would
a cartoon.
It definitely would pull in the younger generation.
Mhm.
Better than Ms. Marvel. Anyways, what's next?
Wow.
My princess is better than your princess. Sorry.
That's not fucking fair. Because I'm not talking shit on no Princess Leia. Are you joking me?
Well,
Damn right you're not going to talk shit about Princess Leia.
I don't care. Kamala Khan
That's our queen.
is the shit.
all right.
Damn, I got a damn JR from Cyclops.
That's right. Damn, JR.
Yeah.
Jackass. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on.
At this point, the bay door seals, and they're trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and we got another flashback. Okay, where essentially Anakin has Obi-Wan on his hind legs, you know, and of course he's saying, you know, you might as well just concede defeat. And then from there, I mean, again, you go back to the situation, what's going on. Everyone's trying to figure out what to do, and Obi-Wan for the first time takes charge.
Yeah,
He starts
finally.
he starts acting like the general that he was, you know, previously. You know, everyone's looking to him.
This is when he tells him to seal all the doors, block everyone, try to buy time. At one point, he ends up getting all the people cleared out from the other area as troops are kind of coming in that way.
Yeah.
Well, it also feels like they're showing us that the rebellion is disorganized, and in this moment, they realize that they need to be organized
and lacking leadership.
Yeah, and they need leadership, and they need people to step up, and so I feel like this is that birth of that rebellion, really, or the rebellion that we know of.
Right. I think there's two. That's one. The other one is you see Obi-Wan finally being more sure of himself. Okay, he's getting to the point, because remember at the beginning he's a broken man. Okay, he's lost his connection to the Force, essentially. Okay,
but I think he chose to cut his connection.
Well, it's definitely a choice, but
it's a choice. But you could also see that he's totally depressed. Okay, I mean he's as low as anyone can be.
Well, wouldn't you be if a Jawa? I was gonna say, wouldn't you be if a Jawa was stealing your stuff and then selling it back to you for a higher price?
If you go from being one of the best like Jedi in history, and then your best friend is now a fucking Jawa who steals from you and sells back your shit. Yeah, I'd be depressed too. And you live on a fucking sand. I hate sand.
But they're furry under there.
and not just that. I mean, I don't know. He had to kill his best friend. He just saw one of the greatest politicians die in his hands. His whole way of life is gone. All his friends and people he fought with are gone.
He watched his master die.
He watched his master die.
That was years before.
But also, the one thing that he was supposed to actually stop from happening fucking happen? The Sith won.
Well, that I lay more at Yoda's feet than his.
Yeah, but he's still it was his Padawan.
But yeah, I mean, while Yoda sent himself to Dagobah and he essentially sealed himself off, but he never gave up. Obi-Wan essentially did, and he said, "I'll just look over Luke. The rest of the galaxy can go hang themselves for all I care. Okay, I'm done." And the fact that, here Bail Organa had to tell him, dude, wipe yourself off. I need you. Get up off your ass. I need you.
Pity party over.
The guy that you were 10 years ago,
but
and you really didn't want to do it.
But you also have to understand he had to be sure of himself, because in the moment that he was in, it's no longer, oh, it's my life or it's Leia's life. It's all of those fucking people's life that he literally blew up the path because he needed to save Leia. So he basically ruined all of their like sanctuary and maybe even future Jedi sanctuary, a path. And he understands that kind of effed up again. And this time he don't want to F up anymore. Like he doesn't let people die. He let the other Jedi die on freaking Tatooine.
But he could have let it go.
But I mean,
of course we wouldn't have a show.
but it's also he's correcting the wrongs that he did, basically.
And now
he's realizing he should have, instead of having mercy for his friend, he should have killed him.
Yeah, he should have put him
because we may not have had all this happen.
If he also now Vader. Aware that Anakin is still alive.
Yeah.
That he is Vader. That So in other words, it's all his fault that everything's happening. Still.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Well, exactly. And kind of the final straw was, because at this point was when Tala goes, hey, I've got this covered, just run, and she's trying to protect everyone.
Right.
She's the detonator.
And then she pulls out a detonator.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. R.I.P. Talia.
Yeah, she went out like a G though.
I mean, hell, her robot like tried to protect her. I mean, he was pretty badass.
Right.
Wish he could have talked, but
that was Silent Bulb. What do you expect?
I'm just saying.
That's the rumor. But I also kind of like the part where Obi-Wan walks up to the main door as the Imperials are trying to get through and tries to have a talk with Reva, like, hey, you really don't need to do this. Let's just call it off, kind of thing. And he's really just buying time.
Yeah.
And Reva realizes it, and she just...
Well, she realized it from the get-go.
Right. But also she kind of lets him in on the plan, like, yo, dude, I'm not as... I was one of the younglings. I'm doing this to get close to Vader.
Yeah,
right.
He figures it out.
The fact that he figured it out on his own, and that, once like the genie was out of the bottle, she did not want to hear it. It's like she didn't want to be reminded of her past.
Right. But I love the fact she just cuts through that door. She's just fuck this, we're done.
But that reminded me so much of episode of
one.
Well, movie episode 1.
Yeah.
Right. Where Qui-Gon takes a lightsaber, and he just slowly melts the door. This one, she just cut straight through. I mean, obviously the door wasn't as thick, but that trick was used big time.
Yeah.
And it still goes to show you just how powerful the lightsaber is.
Yeah, I mean, but we kind of knew that.
No, but it's a reminder though. Okay, because here that hadn't been done since episode 1, and that you're talking about a couple of decades ago.
Yeah, true. But I mean, during this time, also Leia finally gets the door open.
Didn't Ahsoka do that in the last season of Clone Wars? I'm just saying.
What? Open the door?
Yeah, with her lightsaber. I'm just saying.
I thought you were trying to compare another person to our princess again.
No.
You learned your lesson.
It's cartoon. It's Ashley Eckstein, not freaking Rosario Dawson, jackass.
No, I love the character in general. But you can't compare it to the queen or princess.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I mean, this is an important scene. This is so
Right.
important. This connects everybody's theory. Everyone had that theory where she was one of the younglings.
Right.
And this is the connection. She was one of the younglings. She actually gets technically she gets killed by Anakin or sliced up or really hurt really bad. And she has to play dead and watch everybody get murdered by Anakin.
Yeah.
And that's how she knows. And then she's just had this revenge in her mind the whole time. And this plan, this 10-year plan to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
To get close enough. Yeah.
But she is so bitter because she's had to do what she's had to do to stay alive alone in this world. She doesn't care about anybody else except for her goal. She has actually embraced the dark side. I mean, shows, right? She cut off someone's hand. She's stabbing people. She's
not just that. Look at the trophy room.
Right.
Well, I mean, but that's
not just all her.
That's all Inquisitors.
But I'm saying she had a part in that, though.
Oh yeah,
right.
These are people that she knew.
Maybe we don't know. We don't know. You're assuming. And we don't know how long she's been an Inquisitor. She don't know how long she's been with them. She did say she hid amongst the dead bodies, so that means she wasn't like taken by them.
Right. No, I understand that.
So at some point she had to make a plan to get to them, get captured, and somehow
get indoctrinated and stuff.
Yeah, get indoctrinated. I don't know how she did it. That's a story in itself.
Yes,
and we will probably get a comic that'll tell us that story.
We'll see.
Because I don't think they're going to do a series on just explain how she did it.
Yeah.
Right.
But we might get a 4-issue miniseries with Marvel. But what happens next after that?
Well, there's like a gap because I know we're talking about the bay doors opening. That actually hasn't happened yet. So essentially, after her talk with Obi-Wan, she slices through the door. Doors open. Stormtroopers come flooding in. Okay, people. 5 people start dying. The rest.
Jesus Christ! You counted how many people died?
No, dude, really?
I was like,
JR, you see what we're working with?
I don't know. JR probably counted too. Shit.
No, I didn't count. I just imagined the old Ryan Johnson. So,
but essentially, we go. They obviously the floodgates open. Okay, and we see Talia, whatever her name is.
Talia.
She dies.
All right.
Yeah.
She gets shot
again.
One of the stormtroopers actually hits the target. Center mass.
No, sir. It was aiming for the fucking robot and it hit her. He missed the robot.
Hey, it hit something.
Center mass.
But he didn't mean to hit her.
But it was center mass. Okay. That's kind of hard to do. Okay, and Obi-Wan was gonna go get her, but she shoots the panel on the door, closing it, and sacrifices herself.
With the thermal detonator.
Yes. And where have we seen one of those before?
At Disneyland?
Return of the Jedi.
No, in a movie. Which one?
I think we've seen it a lot.
Yeah, let's go.
No, but here's the funny thing though. Last one was Leia.
Yeah.
That had the thermal detonator?
Yes.
Yeah. Return of the Jedi.
She came in as a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And she was trying to rescue Han Solo.
Well,
yes.
Man, you need to watch more Star Wars. Seriously, Anthony. That's not the last time someone had a detonator.
Because I was going to say, I think someone had it in Book of Boba Fett.
How about in Mandalorian?
I'm sorry, okay. Book of Mandalorian.
That was a dick compliment.
Thank
That
you.
way we're both right.
Yes, thank you.
Oh God! All right,
But,
well, Tala
but
dies.
anyways,
Okay,
yeah,
so now we flash back to yet another scene between Obi-Wan and Anakin. You know,
they're still fighting.
yep, still fighting, and Obi-Wan, and then they go back to where Obi-Wan is asking, you know, what's Leia up to? You know, has she gotten it fixed yet? Blah blah blah. And of course, Leia finds Lola.
With a little buzzsaw.
Yes.
I love that. She just comes out and it's like a hiss, like a cat hissing at
Yeah.
you. You just hear the it's like,
No.
can you just trim a little bit under here, right over here? Let's go. We're good.
That'd be good for
84,
you.
84.95.
Hey,
Yep.
if we could have a razor like that, I'd buy it.
So let me see, and then from there we go to Obi-Wan gives himself up.
That's right.
Okay, because Obi-Wan has a plan. Obi-Wan always has a plan.
Yeah.
You got to remember though, the flashback shows Obi-Wan getting disarmed,
Right.
and Anakin saying that he's got him, and he says something to the effect of your desire,
Your desire to
Desire
win.
to
your
win.
your desire to win will always be your undoing, or
Right.
something like that. And and then we get to the point. I don't know if it finishes right there or that we actually see him
No,
defeat
not
Anakin.
yet.
No,
not yet.
Okay,
We still
so
have a ways to go.
right, so we see Obi telling O'Shea Jackson's character, here's my lightsaber, here's
Right, he
all
gives
my
a-
stuff.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What are you gonna go out there and fight him without a weapon?"
Right.
You know? And he's telling him basically,
weapon.
you know, there's more than one way to win.
I'm a
And
Jedi. I don't need a weapon.
yeah, so
I am a
and
weapon.
so he goes out there without his weapon, yeah, and obviously we're gonna get that lesson later. So
Yeah.
Yep.
But then he also, at that time, when he turns himself over, he convinces her to
lock him in.
lock him in.
I don't know how that.
Which he must have did something like this and went.
No, because
"Well,
his
let me-"
hands. But his
I
hands-
know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
How he convinces her to lock him in with just four stormtroopers around him, or 3, you know.
Well, I think part of it is because of her story. He knows that she wants Vader. He's like, okay,
Right.
I can get Vader close to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's
Which he
playing
does.
on that card.
Yep.
Right.
And so he gets let loose in there as Vader shows up. And then go ahead from there, Anthony.
well, you forget the part where he tells Reva, you know, like I've surrendered, and
Yeah.
and she goes,
Oh,
you
like
know, I'm gonna, you know, can't, you know, wait till Vader gets here, and he goes, I'm bringing Vader to you.
Yeah, I
Right.
like that. That was awesome.
right.
That was
He
awesome.
says, "I'm bringing you to Vader." He goes, "No, I'm bringing
Yeah.
Vader to you." So he's essentially
He's gonna
giving
out her.
access to her
Yeah,
plan. Right.
if she's gonna be that way and not work together with him to kill Vader, then he's gonna use her for his purposes.
Yep.
I liked it when he said, or she asked him, like, how do you know that he won't see it coming? And he's like, don't worry, like, he'll only see me.
Yeah.
Like, because
Which
he's
goes back
Rage
to the lesson,
Vader.
yeah.
He's Rage Vader. I love it.
Obi-Wan's
That was
like
great.
John Cena. You can't see me.
Yeah, so Vader arrives.
Right. So by this time, the doors are open.
Right.
Okay.
And this is
And
when the first ship.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I was gonna say this is when the first ship the ship leaves.
Yeah,
and
well,
Vader
this is
just
where Obi is running
Oh.
into the room where the ship is, and he sees all these dead stormtroopers.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on now. You know, if he can't beat up 3 or 4 stormtroopers, then
But I
what's
just-
all that training for? You know.
I'm just like, this is fail after fucking fail.
But he took advantage of her naivete, okay, and to trust his honor as as a Jedi, but of course, he's not going to play it straight.
Right.
They never do.
Well, I think somewhere deep down, she knew he was going to do what he did.
Yeah.
Well, this is where you get the flashback, right?
Around
the
here,
remaining flashback.
Yes.
Right before.
When after they take off is when you get the final part of the flashback.
Okay. So, anyways, do we get the now where Vader tries to catch the ship?
Yep.
And starts pulling it down.
That was cool.
It tries to just slam it into the ground.
Yep. That's badass.
And then I didn't expect, I don't know anyone else did, where the breakaway ship of the other ship, and it just launched out.
Yeah, it was because now it looked like I had to see it a few times. It was essentially almost like a ship within a ship.
Right.
No, the ship was behind it.
I thought the ship was already taking off.
No, because when the ship was taking off, there's nothing there.
No. It's in the corner. It's just it's very dark.
They just timed it really well for both ships to come off at the same time.
Me, I know what you're saying.
Too.
I thought the same shit,
right. Okay.
And I had to look it over too. I was like, "Where the fuck did that other ship come from?"
Right?
Yeah,
no,
that's bullshit.
Why couldn't he pull that one? Why couldn't he pull the other one?
He could have.
He could have, but I think the problem was he already had all that other kind of
debris.
Was in his way of being able to focus on that one. I think that's the limitation they're kind of saying.
He could have also taken the debris and thrown it at the ship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like what Reva did.
Yeah, absolutely.
But instead,
possibly
he decides to deal with Reva, right? Because next scene's on the base.
Yeah.
She sneaks attack. She attacks him.
Because he knows she failed again.
Yep. Then you don't fuck with Vader twice.
No. Okay. But I mean, I like the fact that it shows you just how strong the Force is. That he tore a ship apart. Mind you, it wasn't the greatest ship, but still.
Look,
he tore it apart like if it was cotton
Rage
candy.
Vader.
It was dope, but that also pisses me off because like that's what I wanted from fucking Luke. Like I got aloof Luke.
Well, like
in 7, 8, and 9.
Well, don't worry, you'll get Rey that can do it.
And I should have gotten Master Jedi Luke. Who fucking pulls down a destroyer from the air?
That's
why he failed. That's why he failed the first.
Well, you shouldn't have faith in Luke. Luke's a bitch. Let's get it right.
And yet he's known as one of the greatest Jedi masters in Jedi history.
He didn't have anyone to compare against. I mean, you have Yoda's dying as he's becoming a master. I mean, let's be real. If you put him up against Mace Windu would clean his clock.
Hell yes.
Kit Fisto would fucking clean his clock. Any of those big names.
I don't know. When he was taking out those Death Troopers, I don't know. See, that was the badass Luke that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah,
even Sario Dawson could take him out.
Oh my god.
But it goes to show you just that there's a possibility, the people who directed the movies really didn't delve too much into, Star Trek canon. I mean, Star Wars canon.
Oh, no.
That was over there that did that one. I was just going to mute his ass.
That's all right. But, that they didn't delve into it. They didn't delve enough into it to find out exactly, like who was Luke, who was Picard, who was,
Oh my god.
I did that on purpose.
Oh my god.
That I did on purpose.
You a fucking Borg? I mean, come on.
So what
Oh,
happens if he
boy.
says it like a third time? Does he like disappear for good, or is like a 3 strikes?
We might erase him from the website. I don't know. We'll talk about.
You know?
Right.
But you know that they didn't do it due diligence, you know, and researching everything, and they just wanted to give something that they'll get money for, and that's it, you know.
Luke knows how to get blue milk, right? Like that's his superpower.
And green.
Yeah.
And green, yeah. Yep,
Luke
that's
knows
it.
how to pout. That's about all he knows how to do.
Oh my god. He has a picture of you reminding him how to pout.
Just saying, the dark side's better.
I mean, at least they gave us a Luke that kicked ass when he came in, you know, at the end of the Mandalorian, you know.
Mhm.
No, next show, Anthony will have to wear a red shirt.
All right, so Vader destroys a ship. He doesn't take
Yeah.
out the other ship, which is weird.
And then you have the flashback,
Yes.
the final flashback between him and Obi-Wan, which and you obviously can tell that he still has yet to learn the lesson.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think he'll ever did learn the lesson. That's the problem.
And then you got Reva.
Poor Reva.
Reva
Poor
does her sneak attack, which
Reva.
he knew was coming from a mile away.
Right? Like, why would she sneak attack him? Like, this is Lord Rage Vader. Like, why would you try to sneak attack him? That just didn't make sense to me.
You have a lightsaber. Why are you swinging it? Just push the fucking button.
Yeah.
No, why swing it? Push the button.
Right.
Like, it wasn't that hard.
Mm-mm.
Seriously. Oh, it's very frustrating.
Even if she did, Vader would have just either held her finger in place.
But it's
or
more
held the beam in
believable
place.
though. It's more believable to me because it's like, well, if you're in the dark side and you're gonna try to backstab somebody, you gotta be sneaky, right?
Yeah.
Why wind up your whole fucking swing like 10 feet away, making noises with your steps and the fucking lightsaber, like 5 seconds before he needs to react? Like, I don't get that. It's always a flaw when they do shit like that, and I'm just like, got the lightsaber, put it right to his back, and that's all. Push a button. So
pretty much.
I mean,
but he knew she was there.
She wouldn't have killed him. But it would have been cool because she would have been force pushed back. It would have been dope.
Yeah.
It was a cool fight though. It was, I mean, the whole like force pushing, that was really cool.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I started to like Reva. Like after episode 4 and then going into this one, I really like started to like her. Before I was like, oh, she's just a whiny person.
See, I liked her from the get-go. I thought she was crazy, but I liked her from the get-go.
That's the best one.
No,
Sam.
With the fart lightning.
Oh God.
Glenn fart lightning, yeah.
Maybe forced gas. He's full of hot air.
He is full of the dark side. It's all gas.
See the shit I have to put up with every week.
I
do.
Well, look at what the Grand Inquisitor said. You know, about revenge. You know, it
heals you.
Yeah,
it heals you.
Well, she's also a tool for him now.
Yeah, you know,
I
because
mean, Vader left her there because he gives a shit less. It's beneath him.
Mm-hmm.
And look who shows up.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
He doesn't care about her.
Yeah. Real big shocker.
Right.
Yeah, there's that fixing of that continuity error that everyone's bitching about in episode.
What's that?
2. With the fucking Grand Inquisitor. Oh my God, she killed Inquisitor. How is that possible?
I told you he wasn't fucking dead.
I agree with you. Fucking calm down, bitch. I'm just saying the people in the net were going, oh, he has to be on Rebels. Like, you're fucking up continuity. And it's like, they knew what they were doing. They knew what was going to happen.
Of course.
It's the idiots that deny and don't believe Feige is the same idiots who don't believe Filoni and fucking Favreau. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Favreau, Filoni. Okay, they're not the same guys who did episodes 7, 8, and 9 of the movies.
Of course not.
They're not.
Yeah, right.
We
Exactly.
would have had totally different movies if they were in charge.
Yeah. Well, Feige doesn't have a Kennedy to deal with, so that's why he's able to make better stuff.
No, now he has a fucking Chapek. He fucked.
Is that why we got Ms. Marvel?
I'm going to shove a lightsaber up your ass soon. No, it's why we got fucking telltale fucking trailers all the goddamn time now. He has no control over trailers.
Yeah, that's why I don't watch trailers. So obviously,
Reva finds the communicator device, which we didn't touch upon, earlier. That
the one that he left behind when he picked up his lightsaber and
he gave it to
Haj.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But I thought he picked it up on it. Or assumed he picked it up.
Haj dropped it.
Oh, that's what it was.
Dropped
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Well, gotta leave breadcrumbs.
Oh, I know. Like, why?
Yeah.
But see, I'm telling you, like,
It's a little
could have
too obvious.
Leia. I could have Leia.
Yeah.
She could have dropped it.
And it would have been more believable because she's a kid.
Yes.
O'Shea Jr. could have dropped it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They had to give him a big enough part. They had to make him happy.
Apparently.
That way he'll do Eternals too.
Oh no.
Pretty sure he's contracted to do it already.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he is too.
It was kind of. I kept thinking about. I was like, why the fuck would he give that damn communicator to him?
Right.
And then I go, oh, that's right. It's either him or having it in front of Darth Vader.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is this fucking choices? Give it to the dumb fake Jedi or give it to Vader? I get it. Give it to the fake Jedi. Of course, he fucks up. He drops it. And then Vader doesn't kill Reva. And now she finds it. And
my question is, how come he knew he dropped it? Why didn't he go back to get it?
Right.
I'm pretty sure he's running from Vader. I don't think he gave a shit. You're getting chased by Vader. Do you give a shit what you drop?
Well,
I
also,
don't.
Yes.
You also
I
got to
don't.
think this. He knows he dropped it, but he doesn't necessarily know what it is.
Exactly.
He doesn't know how important it is.
If it was the lightsaber, I guarantee he goes back and get it.
Yeah, but a Jedi gave something to you. Wouldn't you go get it?
He gave him
back?
3 things.
Yeah.
3.
And he's a fake Jedi, so obviously
he
the only
dropped
thing he
one of
cares
them.
about is the fucking lightsaber.
But you got to also remember,
Right.
Yeah.
he's not sure if that Jedi's even gonna fucking live.
And he's
So,
running for his life. For Christ's sake.
He's running for his life.
Well,
It's a Jedi that he doesn't know for sure
And
is
he's
gonna
not
live.
babysitting. He's
well,
not
no.
babysitting.
Well, he knows. Obi-Wan
he
knows
did
that
drop a
even
load.
though he's a con man, okay, but if he's in charge of Leia, he's gonna make sure that he gets out of there because he values his life really highly. Yes.
Yeah, which is why he ran for his life, didn't look back, didn't go back for the fucking thing.
Yeah.
He's a survivor, a survivor. He's a con man. All con mans care about their own survival first.
And the payday.
And again,
Right?
Darth Vader was outside of that fucking door. Like, I don't know how to explain how all those fucking soldiers are always scared as shit when they see Vader coming. How is this not understanding this guy was running for his goddamn life?
Close. Vader wasn't that close.
No.
He was on the other side of the
He
door.
was down the hall. the hall.
He knew he
Around
was
the corner.
coming.
Remember,
Vader was close
Coming,
enough to
but Vader
grab the
wasn't
ship.
other side of the door. Vader
Vader
ripped
was-
the ship in half.
But Vader was close enough to pull that ship back.
he runs
So
into
he
the
knows
ship.
he doesn't have time to go,
Yeah.
oh, let me go find that thing on the ground where there's a bunch of
Not
fucking
like he
dirt
was the
that's
last
covering
person
us.
to get on the ship, though.
There's like
We need
80
to put you on
fucking
timeout.
people in there. Let me run over
No.
there and try to get my ass on a ship before Vader fucking sees me. Please.
But if Obi-Wan gave you some stuff to hold,
Exactly.
okay, there's
I
a
get
reason
that.
behind it.
No, I get that, but also
But
you've
also,
got
he was telling
got
fucking Obi-Wan the whole time, I can't do that shit anyway. So what the fuck? He should have known better.
You've got Vader coming at him. He's
All right,
trying
I
to run
agree.
for his life. He's trying to make sure that
agree.
the most important thing is the fucking girl lives. And he's got some stuff that if Obi-Wan doesn't come back, it's like the secondary side quest on a mission. Leia is the mission. Getting there with these 3 objects is your side mission. He goes, so what? I missed one. He's probably dead anyway. Fuck him.
Anthony, if you run back for that
Because
fucking
I'm looking at it
communicator, I'm
right now,
closing the
because-
goddamn doors on the ship and
Because
leaving
Leia
without
was
you.
behind him. Leia was behind him.
Well, then why didn't she grab it?
She doesn't know he has it.
But she sees a shiny thing fall on the ground. Why didn't she grab it?
By that time, it was probably in the dirt.
Okay, that's probably why he didn't fucking grab it.
Because first it was next to him, but for her, half a dozen people already stepped on it.
Okay, let's say he doesn't know he dropped it.
Anthony.
He knew he dropped it.
Oh,
Anthony,
God.
read Glenn's comment.
Okay,
Yeah,
if he
so
knows
was
he
it
dropped it,
twice-
I'm still
twice
running.
of the day.
Anyways, what else do we have after that?
The guy with the fucking magic powers is coming on the other side of the door. I'm running, running.
Yeah,
The real fucking Jedi or the Sith guy is back here. I'm a
know
fake.
you know when I ran into that third sister and told her I was a fucking fake Jedi? I didn't know she had real fucking Jedi powers. That shit hurt. I don't want that
Yeah,
shit again
well.
from the worst fucking guy in the whole universe, the galaxy.
She found out my safe word. I didn't give it to her.
I'm sorry, Anthony.
Kumquat.
I'm not shitting myself just to fucking go back and get that goddamn communicator.
Nope.
Oh well.
I'm sorry. That's
If
it's
it's
like,
important,
if you go
well,
back,
you know.
I'd be like, good luck, sir. But if you don't get back in here before I fucking see that door open, that's your ass.
And he doesn't have any Jedi powers to slide in there real easily.
Well, to me, he had more than enough time to go grab it and still make it to the ship.
I'm gonna
before
time
another
it.
dozen people. You
I'm
know?
gonna go back and I'm gonna time it. I'm gonna go back and watch
Don't do
episode
that.
5 and I'm gonna time it.
That's fucking funny.
So, anyways, what happens after that? Is it
No, that's pretty
credits?
much it. Well, because
Okay.
you have the credits.
Okay.
No. Huh? Oh yeah. Oh shit. Oh yeah. I almost fucked it up. I almost fucked it all
He's
up.
going into episode 6.
I almost went to episode 6. I was like, but wait, how about? Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Don't fuck that shit up, bitch.
I almost fucked it up. I didn't mean to. I just almost.
I know.
Mhm.
Because it's so
So
good.
that's when Lord Snoke shows up, and we tie up that for
I'm not
for episode
saying-
7,
And
right?
And he leaves something else behind.
They're writing tauntauns.
Yeah.
Vader and Obi-Wan are writing tauntauns, holding hands. The end.
Ewoks
Yes,
do.
going off into
Yeah.
the sunset.
Yep. The end.
They're sitting in the middle
So-
of the field with the butterfly.
Oh, damn. Well, no, then you see, but you also see Obi-Wan. There is like a little part where he's wondering. He says something's wrong.
Are you sure?
Something's very wrong, and you see Luke in the bed.
Well, okay, so
Nope.
so
Yes, I'm
Now-
looking right at it.
now Obi
He
Wan is
does
now
go back
closer
to-
connected to the Force. He is now using the Force quite well. He used it against
Right.
Reva in that battle.
Yeah,
He used it against Vader, basically by tricking him. So now he can feel the Force.
Right.
Now he's now connected to it. So when what happens is it's now he can feel disturbances in the Force.
the Force, right?
And what's supposed to happen is Luke is supposed to live and become Luke Skywalker, Master Jedi, eventually. And so anything
Big bitch.
that goes off that fucking path would be a disturbance in the Force. And so Obi-Wan felt it because Reva learns that Luke is Vader's son, basically,
Right.
and where he is. So that's a disturbance, I believe. I mean, that's how I look at it.
Okay. Well,
I thought that it could have been, because remember, Reva turns on the communicator or the recorder, and she watches part of it play back. Now it's broken,
Yeah,
but it's enough for her to make up the words. Here, get the words children and Tatooine.
right. But that's the moment he has like that look on his face.
Well,
Right.
he's like, oh shit, because one, the hyperdrive's not working on the ship. So they know that, Vader's ship is behind him. So he's like, he has that. And then he also knows what Reva just witnessed. And then, so he's kind of like, shit, what do I do?
Well,
but as we know in episode 8, they can chase after each other for a long time and they won't catch up. So they're good.
Oh, yeah.
We're good there.
Stupid.
Rian Johnson has taught us that.
Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Actually run out of gas for some reason.
You didn't want him to go into warp drive?
You know?
Son of a bitch. Oh,
who knew that these ships ran out of fuel?
I have a feeling Anthony's going to say something I don't want to hear pretty soon.
I
I'm placing blame on you right now, Anthony. But,
Yeah.
so I'm thinking maybe we should get a wrap up here before somebody ruins episode 6 for me.
He also got the message from what's his name? He also got the message from Jimmy Smits, right?
Yep.
So he's already aware that Luke is alone, basically almost unprotected.
Oh, he's got Uncle Owen.
Okay.
Hey, Uncle Owen's got a mean voice.
Okay.
And her blue milk.
Okay. Yeah, and then a little speeder, right? That has a broken fucking belt.
Mind you, I'm still not saying anything, JR, in regards to this. Okay, just running his mouth.
I know.
So he's already aware of this issue. So he's very sensitive to it.
So Sarah, where can we find you if not here on Team Nerd Herd? Which hopefully we have you back again.
Yeah, I would love to come back. You can find me on Instagram at SheGeek78, and then sometimes I sell some comics on Whatnot at SheGeek78. And sometimes on Near Nirvana too. I'm kind of pop on there.
And see, Anthony, that's how you let us know what your name is on Whatnot, so we can, when we send people to the show, they can show up there.
You can't see CRG.
It didn't clearly say that on there when we did the show last week.
Go back and take a look at the ad. Go back and look.
Okay. So, where can we find you, Anthony?
Well, on Instagram, comics are great, and I also, just like She Geek, Sarah, I sell comics now on Whatnot. Comics are great. Yep, that force fart's silent but deadly. And I'll also hang out with you fine folk.
And we know where you can find Jeff, but Jeff, go ahead and tell them where they can find your sexy ass.
They can find me on IG, Geek Driven. Slide into the DMs. You can go find us on Team Nerd Herd Podcast on YouTube. And find us tomorrow when we have our Mondo Mail call at 7 p.m. And our guest will be Candice Barbosa. So can't wait to find out more about her. She was just on the Ms. Marvel review show. Yeah, keep talking your shit.
Hey, I'll talk shit about. I'm gonna keep talking about Ms. Marvel shit all the time. Sorry.
No, raging. You see the married couples.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it. And that's right. This Saturday, Big Rob and West Coast Big Rob and Steve are going to have their first toy box show. I think it's a toy box. They're toys, not adult toys, though. So just make sure you get the difference. Technically, they are adult toys.
Oh.
Nope.
There is an age limit.
No size limit, though.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sarah. Okay.
Well, I was
No,
going to
she-
say these are the toys you can find in only certain stores, but like, but that's kind of
I think Sarah knew what she was coming into when she came on the show with me here. So,
yeah.
Sarah, would you like to send us off?
Yeah. So, hey, thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it. I love talking Star Wars, and I love you guys because you talk Star Wars too. So, you want to do it right, collect what you like, and Star Wars for life, right?
Yep, as
Damn
long as
straight.
it's not Star Trek.
No.
Hey.